guy. But yeah, Pam was just being extra sensitive, and like they even went to like marriage counseling. It was fucking weird.
All right.
Yeah, and then I forgot where I was going with that.
Nice.
But yeah, the total like scope of the show changed, and like during the last part of it, Pam was being a super bitch to Jim, and like Jim's company got super successful, and they ended up like mending their relationship, so it was all good.
Okay.
Yeah, but like so like in the episode, even everyone was like, "Wow, Pam's a bitch." Yeah, so I suspect that's why they don't bring her back.
What do you mean? I thought she was the only one who came back.
What do you mean the only one who came back?
Pam?
No, for this reboot
Mhm.
or this continuation,
Right.
they invited everyone back except Pam.
Oh, except for her. Oh.
Yeah.
I thought you said she was the only one to be a part of it.
No.
Oh.
Yes.
Well, so they are rebooting it,
So
or at least picking up.
Yeah,
picking up
because they
where they
invited
left
back Rainn Wilson, and he said he was interested.
Yeah, I
as
mean,
Dwight.
his entire career is based off of that role.
I mean, dude, he's like landing all these little stupid little roles on the side now because he was so funny in The Office.
Yeah.
Steph, didn't you have a funny clip of John Krasinski's last movie? What was it called? A Quiet Place?
Oh yeah, somebody online had spliced Dwight's head over a crowd of people saying, "We need a new plague." Oh wait, no. I'm thinking about two different things at the same time.
Yeah.
So what was it?
No, so the Quiet Place movie with John Krasinski, somebody had spliced together clips of The Office
Of Dwight, right?
of Dwight, and I think they had like a quiet competition, right, where they weren't speaking,
A Dwight place?
and it was called a Dwight Place.
Well, at the in one of the beginning episodes of The Office, they're like they're trying like not to make any noise or like talk for as long as they can, and they do it for like 20 minutes.
Right, and they spliced that with clips from the trailer of A Quiet Place.
Oh my god!
So those two combined created this, theoretical movie called The Dwight Place.
A Dwight Place.
So whoever created that, that's a very tasteful choice.
Rainn Wilson is in a movie that's coming out soon, right? Oh, The Meg. You guys heard about this movie coming out, The Meg?
I've heard of it, but what is it?
It's about a megalodon shark.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It's basically
The Meg.
Is it called The Meg? I thought it was called Megalodon.
It's called The Meg.
Meg.
When we went to see Avengers,
Nobody likes
remember it was like when we went to see David. When we went to see Avengers, they couldn't show the guy upstairs fell asleep in the fucking like that runs the reels. He
guy
fell
who was
asleep for
supposed
like
to
the
flip
first
switch.
two movie previews. So yeah, one of them was The Meg, and we didn't get to see it, but I looked it up online like a couple days later.
Like the screen was blank. You could hear the sound.
Yeah, the sound was going, but I guess he didn't take the cap off of the projector.
So movie theaters, all their systems are run on projectors that run off satellites. They don't have anything physical there. Everything is beamed to them by satellite, and they just run.
So what
all day
happened,
on
man?
a timer?
What do you think happened?
Say
Solar flare.
signal interruption, and they shut off. But nobody's back there.
Aliens. Yeah,
Nobody's
I knew it.
ever they just go
fucking
back
knew
there to
it,
kind of
dude.
check the stuff, and once in a while.
It's the Russians too, I bet.
What?
They
Yeah,
were interrupting my
Good old Vlad.
that's their form of terrorism.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude.
Take
here
that,
we go.
America.
Ha! Now
It's
they're
your heroes now.
inconvenienced. Now they're inconvenienced. Their suicide rate will go up.
And then immediately had to watch something called The Meg.
Yeah, but instead of the megalodon, it's called The Meg, and it's basically a spin on Jaws.
All I see is fucking Meg from Family
Yeah,
Guy.
yeah.
That's what I was
Yeah,
saying.
this
last
megalodon
time.
has a fucking pink beanie on.
and glasses.
And glasses.
It
And
sounds like one of
sounds like
Peter's,
Milo
memories.
Milo Kunis.
Like, remember
Yeah.
that time when
Mila
Meg was a
Kunis?
shack?
Did you hear what he said?
No, what do you say?
Yeah, what did I say, Steph?
Mila Kunis?
Mila?
Mila?
It's Mila Kunis.
Yes.
Wait, I thought I said Mila, and you said something else.
I think you said Mila. I think she's right.
Djokovic?
Is that somebody else?
Is that's her name too, right?
Yeah.
Mila Jojovic?
No,
They're,
it's-
are they the same name?
Vladimir.
Wait, do they have the?
They had the same first name. Mila,
Okay.
Mila Jovovich.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
Look it up. It's on the internet.
I know, Steph. Jesus Christ. Yeah, David. So go see this movie called The Meg. You saw the original Jaws, right? Where like he's like the boat sinking and like he's coming at him with the thing in his mouth and he's like, "Come on, you son of a bitch!" Basically, who's in it? Jason Statham?
I don't know.
Yeah.
In the original Jaws?
No. In The Meg,
Oh,
it's Jason Statham.
probably, dude.
And they already showed this fucking part in the preview, but his ship was going down and he was trying to shoot him, saying,
I'm gonna shoot this.
"Come on, you
motherfucking
son of a
shark."
bitch." So they pretty much they spoiled it.
Nice.
Now getting to our last segment here, we decided to put something together
For the females,
for the ladies, because we know how they're super versed in their interest and such.
What kind of interest, man?
Well, I have a
It's
bunch.
come to our
Wait,
attention.
before you read this list, or before you read whatever this is, we should definitely get an input on an actual lady first, and then we'll see how it compares.
It's going to be an unsolved mysteries list.
An unsolved mysteries list.
Yeah.
At least let us hear an
Are
opinion
you-
of what
are
she
you
thinks of that
interested, Steph?
expectation.
Yes, let me see what's on this list.
See that? She's interested. Fucking crazy. By the way, there's a Ned Flanders band, themed metal band called Oakley Dokley.
Oh yeah, tell us about it.
All I know is that there's a metal themed band. Yeah, so they all dress up in the white shirt, have the glasses, the mustache, and the comb back hair. And
Yeah, they all look pretty pretty
Flanderish.
solid. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, getting back, we we got a little treat for you here, I guess you could say.
This is for the ladies, the
So
lady listeners.
So, Steph, let me run these ideas by you.
And tell us, and once you do, please tell us why you chose this to be
Sure.
for the lady
Sure.
listeners.
All right. Yeah, so what were we watching? We were watching, oddly enough, on tips on how to make a podcast. And the chick the woman.
Whatever.
The woman who was...
Gina.
make sure you cut that. The chauvinistic fuck.
Her name was Gina, you dick.
Really? Are you being serious?
Yes.
Okay. She brought up that a lot of women like crime and unsolved mysteries, and Steph just corroborated.
You know
it.
what? I was just about to say that same thing.
See, like I said, you guys, I'm pretty sure this is very relevant for our female audience.
Do you know why? It's because we like gossip.
Anyways, all right. So here's a little list of some of the world's longest or unsolved mysteries. Who was Jack the Ripper?
He's the
Yeah.
one who jumped over the candlestick, right?
Something like that. Anyways, that's one of the unsolved mysteries that they'll never ever figure out. And if anyone doesn't know, Jack the Ripper is from 1888 London. He killed 5 women and he mutilated their bodies and left notes for police, like taunting them and daring them to come find him.
Did they?
No. Well, the thing is, no one knew who Jack the Ripper was. There's a bunch of conspiracies that it was an actual woman taking out a vendetta on women she didn't like.
Sounds like a woman.
Well, anyways, getting back to the Jack the Ripper. Yeah, because going back, everyone thinks Jack the Ripper's a guy. So
Mhm,
that's that was a cool theory, I thought.
So is Jackie the Ripper?
Jacqueline the Ripper.
Yes.
And next, where is Jimmy Hoffa? You guys know who Jimmy Hoffa is?
No, it's Jimmy Hoffa.
Do you know who Jimmy Hoffa is?
No.
I think he's back from the 50s or the 60s.
Okay.
He was a Teamster mob boss, and he was caught in a bunch of organized crime shenanigans. And he went missing one day, and he's never been found. And when a famous, some guy came out went on his deathbed that he was a famous hitman, and he said he was the one who killed Jimmy Hoffa. That he left his body in a junkyard somewhere.
Did they go look for it?
The city and a lot of people like really wanted to know where he went. The Teamsters is a union for anyone who doesn't know.
Yeah.
My mom's. It's funny because my mom said my mom has dealt with the Teamsters before. She's part of a union, and she said one of the running jokes with the Teamsters is that Jimmy Hoffa is at the bottom of the LA River with his feet tied to cement bricks.
Dang.
Yeah, so that's one of the unsolved mysteries. Where's Jimmy Hoffa? Because they said even if he was in that junkyard or washed down the LA River, it's been so long that there's nothing left of it. So next one, where's Cleopatra's tomb, Foo?
Egypt is I'm sorry. What is Egypt?
What is Egypt? That's 400 points, Dan.
Thanks.
Cleopatra, they've never found her tomb ever. And they said even if it survived, it'd probably be so fucked up they wouldn't know it's her anyway. So, also, who killed JFK?
Well, the story goes, what they told us at school, said it was Lee Harvey Oswald.
Lee Harvey Oswald.
Yeah.
And for anyone whose memory stops there, Lee Harvey Oswald was actually killed by Jack Ruby,
Right.
who was a nightclub owner.
Mm-hmm.
And people think that Jack Ruby did it out of his own, volition. But people argue that there was another shooter. Also, people argue that Jack Ruby got paid off, or someone threatened his family that he had to kill Oswald.
Crazy.
Yeah. So, but we'll never know since they both died because Jack Ruby died like 5 years after he killed Oswald.
Yeah. Well, I heard that he knew something, or that Oswald knew something, so that once they took him in and they questioned him, he would start
he'd basically be the rat.
blabbing. Yeah, he would just start ratting everybody out. But what's that show that we just saw with not just saw, but
James Franco?
with James Franco.
I never saw it, dude.
Was it 1962?
Something like that. It was like a date. The title of the show was a date in time, where it's kind of science fiction-y. Did you ever check that out? Do you have Hulu? It was on Hulu primarily.
It was a TV show on Hulu that was adapted from a Stephen King novel.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah, it
got
was
great
pretty-
reviews, by the way. And these guys,
It was really good.
These guys just
It was probably
cooperated. Had
like
great reviews.
6 episodes.
Yeah, 6 or 8 episodes.
Little mini series.
Yeah,
Pretty good.
but it was pretty good. And they talked about how, he went back. There was a specific time machine, not machine, but a time portal. Would you call it?
It's a time portal in a old school diner.
In an old school diner
Called The Wiz.
What? No. It was a time portal in an old school diner where you would go back to this specific date and time, and the main thing was to stop the assassination of JFK. So this guy, James Franco character, was following Lee Harvey Oswald's character, and just making sure that didn't happen. And then there was a twist at the end. I was just like, oh shit. And then JFK had to end up dying, I guess, for everything to turn out all right.
For the future to be in place or something.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Anyways, getting next to our item here on Unsolved Mysteries. One that Jose's going to love because it's a Canadian mystery, Foo.
Okay.
By the way, Jose's a big fan of Canada, for everyone that's listening.
I like the Canucks.
Is there a money pit on Oak Island?
Where is Oak Island?
Nova Scotia, Canada. It was rumored that in the 1700s, the pirate William Kidd.
Billy the Kid?
No, William.
Yeah, Billy.
No, Will.
It's Billy.
Is he a pirate? A known pirate?
I don't know.
I think Billy the Kid was
A goat.
Somebody else?
someone
Billy-
else.
Billy the Kid was
Yeah,
So you
'cause
just bit this guy's name off?
Billy the Kid bit this guy's name off,
Uh-huh.
and no one cares because he's from Canada,
William the Child?
right?
William the minor?
So, William Kidd was the pirate, and supposedly he had a buried treasure on this island, and people have like grave robbers and